It's Monday, August 26th. You're listening to Your Florida Daily. I'm Katrina Scales. The Lake Mary All-Stars are the Little League World Series champions. The team becomes the first from Florida to ever win the whole thing. The All-Stars tied the game up in the bottom of the sixth, sending the game to extra innings. That's when a perfect bunt and a bad throw by a player on the Chinese Taipei team allowed them to score the game-winning run. It was pandemonium back at friendly confines in Lake Mary as fans and family members of the players watched on. And the celebrations are far from over. The team is headed to Central Florida today. Then a big parade is set for Saturday. The former Florida deputy who shot and killed Air Force Senior Airman Roger Fortson in a doorway of his Panhandle apartment has been charged for his death. Back in May, authorities say then-Deputy Eddie Duran with the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office was responding to a disturbance call at the complex.
Are they fighting or something?
Deputy Duran was sent to Fortson's apartment where he knocked on the door.
Sheriff's Office, open the door!
Fortson was armed with a gun pointed at the ground when Duran fired 6 times, killing the 23-year-old airman.
He shot up. My baby was shot up.
After its investigation, the sheriff's office said Duran's use of force was, quote, not objectively reasonable. Fortson's family, in a statement, said they hope this will result in justice. If convicted, Duran could face up to 30 years in prison. And we're less than 24 hours away from the next crewed flight from the Space Coast, and this one could be one for the record books. The Polaris Dawn mission is set to soar 3.5 times higher than the International Space Station. Billionaire entrepreneur Jared Isaacman is paying for the mission, in which he and other crew members plan to become the first private astronauts to walk in space. But the move is a risky one, as the crew will encounter dangerous bands of radiation.
When you go higher into space, there comes with all sorts of potential challenges. You're putting a lot of energy in a vehicle, then you take it out. But there's other realities when you're up there, too, which is a completely different micrometeorite orbital debris environment.
Right now, the launch window is set to open just after 3:30 Tuesday morning. Find these top stories along with breaking news, weather, and traffic all day on clickorlando.com. And now, a completely random Florida fact. So I've told you before on the podcast about the canal that almost divided Florida in half from the Gulf to the Atlantic Ocean. Leaders had spent tens of millions of dollars on the project only for President Nixon to slam the brakes, stopping the canal construction in 1971. So, where did all that money go? Well, to this day, you can actually see some of the concrete skeletons left behind, like along US 441 in Santos, that's south of Ocala. In the median of 441, buried behind some thick woods, you can see one of the supports for the never-completed bridge. If you want to find it, just go to your map and search for Santos Campground. Your Florida Daily is produced by News 6 WKMG in Orlando. I'm Katrina Scales. Subscribe for new episodes wherever you like to listen.